What's up, guys? It's me Boxing, and I just finished up watching David Benavidez versus Ronald Ellis, which is a 12-rounder for the WBC super-middleweight world title eliminator. And this fight was Saturday, March 13th from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. And this fight was broadcasted on the Showtime. And in this fight, it really showed why David Benavidez is one of the best super-middleweights out there, as he gets the dominant 11th round knockout victory over Ronald Ellis to win the WBC super-middleweight world title eliminator. And I initially predicted David Benavidez by standing stoppage or corner stoppage from rounds 8 through 12 with no knockdowns, which is basically exactly how this fight went. I initially scored the fight 99-91 in favor of Benavidez leading up to the stoppage, and the unofficial scorecards had that the same. I did not get a chance to look at the real scorecards, but I'm assuming they were wide in favor of Benavidez. I only gave Ronald Ellis the first round because I thought he was dictating the pace, actually. I thought he was backing up Benavidez and landing some good jabs, right hands, and backing up Benavidez, as I said before, bringing the pressure. But that round was definitely debatable for Benavidez or Ellis. But moving on, rounds 2, 3, and 4, they were kind of close as well. But rounds 5 on, they were just dominant for Benavidez. Benavidez started to pick up the pressure, landing his classic combinations, very speedy, in fact. And in round 8 on, I think Courage Shabalala and the referee Johnny Kayla should have stopped the fight. It was definitely stopped 3 rounds too early because Benavidez was just dominating Ellis. It was just depressing to watch, ultimately, because Ronald Ellis was just getting his head bounced around like a pinball machine or a bobblehead. It was just a dominant performance. But David Benavidez now at 24-0 with 21 knockouts, and a great win for him because Ronald Ellis was coming off a win over Matt Korobov, and he's never been stopped in his lone defeat. And never been dropped, actually. But still, Benavidez was not able to drop him. But as I said before, he was able to stop him and looked tremendous, in fact. Because, I mean, he was landing his classic speedy combos, as I said earlier. And he looked tremendous. I mean, he's only 24 years old. Still has a lot to grow in the professional games. And he's still a 2-time world champion, looking to become a 3-time world champion. So what's next for him? In my opinion, I would love to see him fight Jermall Charlo, even though Jermall Charlo basically ducked him by saying he's not fighting anyone 25 or younger. So, I mean, the next name is Caleb Plant or Canelo Alvarez. I think he would do good against both of those guys. Canelo Alvarez obviously has to get past both Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant, but I think David Benavidez should fight the winner of Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant. I know Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez is a very easy fight to be made since they're both PBC fighters, but Canelo Alvarez will most likely fight David Benavidez because now Benavidez is the WBC mandatory, I believe so, because this was an eliminator. So I would love to see that fight. I think Benavidez would be the toughest test, actually, for Canelo Alvarez at 168 because he's a very powerful pressure fighter that would give Canelo some issues. But what's next for Ronald Ellis after getting his first KO defeat? I think he should just fight another decent opponent on a Showtime card, come back, like a guy on Emmanuel Alim's level. Even though he lost to Alim, even though he beat Alim by majority decision, I could still see him fighting a guy like that, beating him. Possibly a Hugo Centeno Jr. I would love to see him face, even though Centeno's at 160, he's at 168. But it's still a very good fight to see. Possibly a William Monroe Jr. would be decent. But, yeah, Ronald Ellis is still not a terrible fighter, but he just got put in with one of the beasts in boxing right now. So overall, David Benavidez gets the 11th round knockout victory over Ronald Ellis to become 24-0 with 21 knockouts and to win the WBC super middleweight world title eliminator. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.